You have to be the one to make the choice, and nobody can drag you to anything that you don't want to do. And if you're doing it for other people, like you said, it's not going to stick. If you're doing it because, oh, this is going to, the only way I can stay here, so to be home or to do this, to do all of that. I mean, yeah, those will last for a minute, but you're going to, not saying that you're going to fail, but the likeliness and the percentage rate is higher if you're not doing it because you're convinced that you need it, not that somebody else thinks you need it.
Yeah, and I have a challenge. I challenge people. I say, listen, don't say you're not going to do drugs again. Find out the truth for yourself. See why you do drugs, who you really are, and then if you want to go do drugs again, go do drugs again. It's your choice. But at least here's the great line that got me when I talked to the rehab guy before I went in, and I tried to change the plan because I didn't like it. And he looked at me very nicely and he said, "Listen, I have a lot of respect for you if you climb up to the top of the mountain, look down, and tell me you don't like what you see." He said, "I have no respect for you if you won't go up and look." And I'm thinking, well, all right, let me at least see what this is about. You get accepted to college, and what did you learn? Well, I didn't learn nothing yet. Why? Well, I got accepted to Syracuse University. Yeah, I don't know nothing because I didn't go to any classes yet. 4 years later, I'll have graduated. I'll know everything. So, man, you got to go in there and learn. I'm telling you, you learn the truth about yourself, see yourself. You learn to love yourself. You learn to forgive yourself for what you did. You will thank that little kid of yours who tried to protect you, meaning yourself, your own mind, who tried to protect you from pain. But then you'll say, thank you for this, but I don't need this anymore. I can take this off. But thank you. I'm not mad at you. You little Jack, you love me, and you're trying to protect me. But I don't need this. I'm ready to face who I am and love who I am and love others. So.
And I can 100% guarantee you that you will not change if you don't try.
Amen.
You know what I mean? If you don't try, nothing is going to change. So why not just at least try? And, it took me, not saying, and this is controversial in some places, but, right. Relapse is a part of recovery, and it is a part of it. It's not the way that, you should be doing it, thinking that you have a relapse left. That's not the way to go about it. But, if you fall down, get back up, start again. You know what I mean? And hopefully you're not messing with the kind of drugs like heroin or any of those other ones that when you stop and you start, you know what I mean? That's a huge, that one right there. You're not always guaranteed to come back from those.
It's a great point, Sean. I just want to add that, you and I both have children, so we understand. If our 5-year-old hands us a birthday card, it said, "Happy birthday, Daddy," and it was spelt wrong. We wouldn't throw it back in his face and say, "You stupid kid, get out of here. What are you doing?" We would be so touched by his heart. And I believe God looks at our hearts the same way. Listen, if you fumble in the Super Bowl and you've had 10 MVP championships, it didn't wipe out your 10 MVPs. It didn't. If you relapse, that's not a good thing, but it doesn't wipe out the sobriety you had. I had a guy call me, "Oh, I just lost 5 years of sobriety." No, you didn't. You were sober for 5 years. That's fantastic. Yeah, now you go back and start again. You made a mistake. Get back in the game. You're a guy. It's only, our hearts are condemning us, people condemning us, Satan's condemning us. We have to just look at the truth. No, we're not expected to be perfect, but we're expected to try and strive for a goal. Roberto Clemente, an old baseball player, a Hall of Famer guy, always set high goals for yourself. And if you fall a little short, no one will ever be disappointed. So we love ourselves, and you're absolutely right. Relapse is not the end. It's a step in the journey. It's a journey.
It's an opportunity, actually. It's an opportunity to see where because there's something that's not working, right? Your program, right. However your recovery is, if that's a part of it, if that's where you're falling into, if that's what you're slipping into, then there's something not right there. And so it's an opportunity for you to take a better look, a more thorough look inside at what's going on and what's driving you to this.
And a lot of times, Sean, the mistake that people make in recovery is they try to tailor the recovery to the way they think it should be instead of listening to the people that are telling them how to do it. By taking a tape, not following the results and recipe and expecting that result. If Bill Gates was teaching about computers or LeBron James about basketball or Brad Pitt about acting, I don't think that if they told you something, you would say, "No, I'm not doing it that way." No, you'd be at their feet wanting to learn everything they know. So in your recovery, get around guys who've been sober 10, 20, 30 years. And when they're gruff and telling you what to do, just do what they freaking say because they know what to do. And so you don't need buddies in recovery. You don't need people who think you're cool and friends. My whole life in using was always about this image that I wanted people to have of me. But you know what? People, who liked me, never would that wasn't the image because I wouldn't let them or they didn't want to say my friends. But it was all a crock. Now I can be who I really am, flaws and all. I don't have to hide behind the shrug. I don't have to hide behind an image, and you just want to be yourself and be loved for who you are, and you can be. So, but you got to follow the guys who are telling you the path. If you're dying, having a heart attack, you wouldn't go into the heart surgeon and tell him how to operate. All you would do is say, "Save me," and that's surrender, and that's how you know somebody's ready for recovery. When they don't tell you, "I'll do this, but I won't do that. No way that. I got to take my dog, or I won't." No, shut up, and just do what one of these 7 ways to recovery is. It's AA or rehab or therapy or teen challenge or outpatient or therapeutic community. Just do what they tell you because they know what they're doing. And then come back after, just don't, I used to have this TV production company. I told you, sales guys would come in and they try and tell us they want to change the script. And I say, do me a favor, do it my way first. And after you've mastered my way, then I'll listen to your suggestions. So guys, just trust those who have been there and lead the way, and look for people who have success in recovery. It's not about being their best friend or having people like you or think you're cool. It's about their example and do what they did.
Yeah, the people that you don't like are usually the ones that are going to help you the most.